this little bottle got me thinking about tolerance today. Inside this, there are pollens and trees and mold and cockroaches. Bottoms up. Allergy medicine is all about getting yourself tolerant to your allergens. So I'm allergic to mold and grass and cockroaches and a whole host of other things. And the concept is to put a little bit of it into my body every day over the course of 4 years so that eventually I get used to it and I'm no longer allergic. So what does that have to do with your business? Well, today we're talking about things that you've become tolerant to that at once were really painful, and even though they're bad for you, now you've just gotten used to them and you've learned to live with them. Anyway, I've got something exciting to tell you later today. It's time to go to work. Let's get out of here. It's Monday morning. It is my favorite day of the week, and to get started, every Monday I always go to the grocery store, but to do that first, we've got to check on supplies. 2 sweet potatoes. Gonna need more of those. These bagels are awesome. I don't even know what they are. Multigrain, fantastic. Need more of those. Some almonds. Okay. So I have really strong opinions about eating right, and I think it affects your daily mood and your habit, which I think is really, really vital to growing a profitable business. So 2 avocados. Honestly, I don't know if these things are any good for you, but they're green, so they've got to be good, right? They taste like crap. So here's my question for you. What is it that you're willing to tolerate? Because that's the thing in your business that's gonna destroy you. There are so many weird smells in this grocery store. I don't even know what they are. They stink. Blueberries are awesome in oatmeal. I'm really excited, you guys, because I am creating a cash flow forecast tool for you that I'm going to be giving away in one of the next videos. And the concept here is, well, in the future video, we're going to be talking about how budgets really don't work for businesses, and cash flow forecasts do. So I'm going to create this free tool for you guys. We'll put it in a link in the next couple of videos, and it'll be good. So let's check it out real quick. I'll give you a sneak peek. We're doing this really just because I love you guys. I think it's important to consider what we tolerate in life. Our base level expectation is what we end up with in the end. And that, I think, is what's most important. You know, our circumstances aren't all about our environment or our opportunities. They're about what we're willing to tolerate. When I was 2 years old, I came from a family that didn't get along, and they split up. Mom and Dad did. And I went with my mom, and she did everything she could to keep a roof over our head. But we had to hop from apartment to apartment, and it was hard not being able to have that family that I saw other people have sometimes. But I'm always so grateful to her for everything that she did for me. And every, you know, on the weekends I would go over to my father's house and spend time with him and his wife. The hard part about that was there was a lot of substance abuse there and a lot of things going on that really scared me as a little kid. And I remember once I went into the closet and I shut the door, and so there I was, and I was it was pitch black, and I could hear voices outside of the closet, in the living room, and their friends were over, and there was some sort of substance being passed around. I was too young to know. I don't know. And I remember lots of screaming and fighting, and I heard banging, and I remember, crying. And in that moment, I looked down and I couldn't see my hands, and I couldn't see my body because it was so dark in the closet, and I could feel the tears coming down my face. And that moment was strong enough for me to change the trajectory of my life. And that's exactly what happened. I went from being on this path that I was raised in to this path. And what that means for me is that I made a decision, even at a very young age, that I was not going to let my life be like that. I was not going to let substances or anything outside of myself dictate who I am or who I was going to become. And to this day, I have never had a drink of alcohol or smoked cigarettes or anything, because I don't want to be chained to something. And I'm also the first person in my family to ever go to college and to make higher decisions for myself and to set higher standards, because I wasn't willing to settle. So for you, I have a question. What in your business are you sick and tired of? It could be anything. It could be the performance of an employee. It could be your product. Maybe your product isn't meeting the needs of your customers. What is it about your business and your life that is keeping you from being your very best? It's time to set higher standards. It's time to take your business to a new level, but that only happens when you decide that you've had enough. So we have these things all over the office. They're these little lifesaver things. These taste awesome. This, not so much. Together, they taste like rotten cheese. I just tried it.